Hey gamers, I'm Dan from themudpig.com and today is the first day of E3. I've just watched Microsoft E3 press conference and I've got to say they've done some good stuff in there. First up, what's the major news announcement we should go with? Definitely not Halo 5 Guardians because we know that's coming. And they've got a war zone, so plenty of multiplayer in there. Looking like we've got like 16 versus 16 minimum players in there, based on a very quick head count of some screen footage on there of the same team. And I think the big news is backwards compatibility with the Xbox 360 games. So that's all looking good there. So sorry for those who are doing the HD remakes. But obviously it's up to the individual developers to decide whether or not their game goes onto Xbox One from 360. So any of those developers who are working on HD remakes, pretty sure they'll say no in that regard. And ooh, HoloLens. Yeah, that looked interesting. The whole use of Minecraft in there, so you can put on a virtual reality headset gear. You can look at the wall, watch paint dry, as HoloLens will project the gameplay onto the wall, and then you can look at a table and it will project gameplay into a table, and you get an overview of a very small portion of the world. And then you can interact with it, with people in your world as being some sort of little god. You know, like where you play in the Halo games, the later ones, where you play as the Guilty Spark character sort of in the multiplayer and you get to control it, the creator mode. Something like that. If it works as, you know, even marginally as shown in the E3 demo, that'd be a great thing. Don't get your hopes up too high though, because remember Kinect and Kinect version 2, how they promised the year for that, and all you got was a fancy hand waving gadget which slowly mimics your hand waving. So maybe HoloLens will just be fancy binoculars. What else? I'm trying to think. Forza 6 coming to the scene. Yeah, that's interesting. A few other titles. Rare coming out with their Pirates game. So a game of pirates. Interesting stuff there. Should really check out my Twitter feed and see what I tweeted. Yeah, Rare's game. Sea of Thieves. So hopefully that will be good stuff coming out there. And the latest Tomb Raider, where it's the start of Laura. She's looking younger. Don't know whether she's younger than the last Tomb Raider game or not, but there she is, getting younger and younger each time. And lack of tombs, more like Mountain Raider, this one. So Lara will be raiding mountains. Oh wow, I tweeted a lot. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2. So yeah, that'll be coming out there. Yeah, Fallout 4 for those guys who've been living under a rock for the last few days, weeks, couple of weeks wasn't it when it released out there. Yeah, we've got Gears 4, Gears of 4, Gears of War 4. Decided to drop the rest of it and go with Gears 4, which has got a new protagonist called JD, and he's got partnered up with a woman in the demo that they showed there. New tech out there, getting your 60 frames per second by making everything dark. They also say that there is a public beta, which you can join in now for those on Xbox Live. So I would suggest you switch on your consoles and look out for that. There's a few things in there you can get involved with. If you know about Steam Early Access, that's coming over to Xbox Live and actually started now, bringing stuff like DayZ and Elite Dangerous there. The interesting thing is you get to play a little demo of it to see whether or not you want to invest and jump ahead. Yeah, that's their new tag, jump ahead. I'd rather play more. Yeah, they also show, Mass Effect footage, very, very limited. But if you've got Mass Effect on the PC, there is a HD mod, which really gives it justice there. Anything else? Yeah, we're about there. Yeah, the Elite wireless controller for Windows 10 and Xbox One. So they've got fancy controller with very swishy D-pad and lots of switches in there and different trigger switches. So a new controller coming out there, which, given the cost of current controllers, I wouldn't be surprised if they double the price there, knock it up to 80 quid, or maybe even $80, who knows. I'll go with one of those two numbers there. Yeah, a bit mixed up there, but he says Fallout 4 is going to bring modding to the table. Well, basically, if you mod your games on PC, then it's going to be heading straight over to the Xbox One. So you can play those mods on your Xbox One. I guess that's why Bethesda are making their online store, so that they can control those mods and maybe even charge for them, just a bit like Steam tried to do it. Well, we'll see how that goes on there, good or bad. EA brought about their EA Access program, which bring about, 12 games that you can play this week for free, or you can pay your $5 or £5 or whatever the equivalent British pounds they decide to use. Yeah, Forza 6 arriving September the 16th. 24 cars in multiplayer. So you get to battle against 23 other people driving the wrong way around the track. Dark Souls 3 coming out there with giant monsters, and that's coming out early next year. We've got Tom Clancy's The Division. Got a narrative story going on there, not like we need a backstory, but let's see, coming when? Oh, they didn't tell us. I missed that. They didn't tell us when it's coming. You jumped straight onto Rainbow Six Siege. Tells us that Rainbow Vegas and Vegas 2 is free to those who buy it. So, that's alright if, given that it'll have 360 compatibility, but if you've already bought them on 360, then you got it anyway. Got a lot of Nathan Fillion voicing, it seems to be, and he's back in Halo 5 Guardians as Dutch, is it? Is it Dutch? And I'm sure I heard his voice a few other times, but maybe I've just got Nathan Fillion on the brain. Goat Z heading this way. Yeah. So 1,000 indie developers from the Idea Xbox program. So maybe we've got 1,000 games coming this way soon, to varying degrees of quality, of course. We've got a new game called Tacoma, which is looking like you're just exploring a lunar space station. Amy Ferrier goes searching through it, like a ferret in tunnels. So I don't know whether the name Ferrier and ferret has any relation. It's just the links that came together in my mind. Another game, what was it? Where people didn't have any faces, but yeah. Moving on, Beyond Eyes. I think this girl is like, gets sensations around her she can't see through touch and smell, and it sort of generates or shows or unveils the cloud around her to see the surrounding immediate area around her, which is an interesting one. There was another one called Cuphead, which is like bringing back the 40s style of cartoons going into the 60s, that old style stuff from Walt Disney, and game for your grandpas and grandmas, I guess. Yeah, Dean Hall has returned. been working on something really, really technically detailed and something which is supposed to be really awesome, but really didn't show us much other than it looks like it's going to be like a space combat game maybe, called Ion. Didn't have much to show other than a pre-rendered trailer, so very disappointed in that. But hints to take out of it was like a vast universe, space combat. That's it really. Yeah, Xbox bringing cross-buy to the table, so Fable Legends comes out there, you buy the DLC on there, changes that happen on the PC and the Xbox, so buy it on one, get it on the other. So does that mean PC games are going to be more expensive now, Microsoft? Given that we can buy them for 20 quid? Are you going to force the price to stay up on there or what? Yeah, other than that, yeah, did you catch the show for Microsoft's E3 press content? If you did, why don't you comment below, tell us what most impressed you, what you're looking at there, or was you not very impressed by the show? Let me know. Tomorrow is Sony, 2 AM though, so I won't be sticking around for that one, but hopefully some new stuff will come out there and I'll give you some of my thoughts on what's popped out there. But from Microsoft, yeah, some good stuff on there, seems interesting. HoloLens a bit iffy. Looking forward to Tom Clancy's The Division. I hope Ubisoft don't drop the ball on that one and really put the effort into it. It has been delayed a bit, but then so was Watch Dogs, and that wasn't really anything what we was hoping that to be either. So stay tuned, guys. This is centaurianmudpig saying bye for now. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.